In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create 1,000 completely personalized outreach emails for $20. Too many people completely avoid cold outreach because they think it's too expensive or they don't think they can do it in their current position. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can do it extremely cost effectively. This is the full process: scraping the leads, creating the personalized message, creating the infrastructure, all for literally $20. You'll be able to send 1,000 personalized emails. So without further ado, let's get into this video. I want to show you exactly how you can do this for yourself. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's go. What's up, people? My name is Harry, and today I'm going to show you how you can reach out to 1,000 leads as cheap as physically possible whilst keeping it personalized and running this through cold email. So I run a cold email agency. I also coach others on how to sign clients with cold outreach. And by far the biggest problem is when people are starting, they don't want to spend too much on their outbound campaigns. Makes sense. You don't have paying clients yet. You don't have a runway forever. So you want to do it as cheap as possible. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to personalize, right, 1,000 and send 1,000 emails as cheap as possible. And I promise you, if you watch to the end of this video, I'm going to show you how you can do this for $20. That's about 16 or 17 pounds with the current exchange rate. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you step by step exactly how we can do this. So first things first, diving into this, the first thing we actually need is a lead list. So we can't reach out to 1,000 people if we don't have the email addresses of 1,000 people to reach out to. So how do we actually do this? The thing that I would do is I would use Apollo.io to actually build this lead list. Okay, you can create a free account on Apollo, so you can do this completely for free. So the first bit is free. And you can put in the sort of filters that you want to search for to build your lead list. So let's just go on my account now. I've got Clay open up here, and I'll show you how we use Clay in just a second. But we want to go into Apollo and we want to start building our list. Okay, this is the very first step. So let's just wait for this to load, go to people, and we can start putting in all the filters that we want to use to actually build this lead list. Let's assume that I want to work with CEOs, founders of staffing and recruiting agencies between 2 and 50 in size in these countries. It's already up, let's just use it. Okay, I would put these filters in. You can use all of these filters on the free plan as well, so you don't actually have to have the paid plan on Apollo to do this. And what we're going to be doing is we're not going to be exporting this from Apollo. Okay, so once we build this lead list on Apollo, we do not want to export it from Apollo. We want to go to step 2, which would be to scrape this. Oh, forgive me, I don't know why my pen isn't working properly. Let's get rid of this. We would want to scrape this, okay, this data, scrape, using Apify. Okay, so we use apify.com to do this. So we build our list in Apollo. You see we have it here. We have this URL here, and what we want to do is go over to Apify. Basically act exactly the same as if we're scraping it off Apollo, but guess what? This is only going to cost us $1.20 per 1,000 leads. I believe it has it in here somewhere. Where we go, $1.20 per 1,000 leads. Okay, so 1,000 leads is going to cost us to actually get the email addresses and some phone numbers and some LinkedIn profiles, $1.20. Okay, so very, very cheap. Right, all we need to do in order to do this, like I said, is copy and paste this URL, put it into here, and let's say we want to scrape 1,000 leads, save this and start, and this is going to start scraping for me. Really is as simple as that. Okay, this might take a few minutes to run. As you can see from my runs that I've been running myself, it took 45 minutes to scrape 4,000. It took about 6 minutes to scrape this 790. So you can see it takes a bit of time, and I'm not going to wait for it to do it on this video. I'm just going to take one of the lead lists that I've already scraped. I think this was the exact lead list that I actually was, I just put it into Apollo. So I think this was the recruiters. Let's take these, take this run and see if I can export this. So all we need to do once that is actually completed and you've spent that $1.20 is export this. You can either export it using all the fields. So you can see we've got the organization, the employment history, the Twitter URL. If you want all of the data, and there's a lot of it, you can just press download. If you want to go for specific columns, then you can also do that. I'm just going to take all of the data. I want to download it. Boom, I've downloaded it. So what I've already got now, after spending $1.20, is I've got my Apollo list of 1,000 leads that I've scraped from Apify. I have their email addresses and everything I really need. I can show this to you if I open up Google and I put this in a Google Sheet. I can show you all the data that you will be able to export for this price. So let's go in here. And now you can see that all of this data is populating. There's a lot of data, as I said, so this is making my Google Sheets run a little bit slowly. But look, we've got city, country, departments of the companies. We've got their email addresses. We've got their domains. Got tons of data. Look, for all of this, all of these contacts. We've got their employment history, many columns of their employment history. We've got all their keywords. We've got the LinkedIn URL of the company, the Facebook URL of the company, we've got the LinkedIn URL of the people, tons and tons and tons of data, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove some of these because the next step would actually be to start personalizing some of these emails. So we go back to here. Step 3, once we have all of the data and we've scraped it. Step 3, this is meant to be a 3, believe it or not. So step 3 that we need to add in is the personalization. Okay. So you might be wondering, how on earth are we going to personalize 1,000 emails to people for under $20? I can actually show you how we can do this for free. And what we're going to be doing is using Clay to do this. Yes, you can personalize 1,000 emails on Clay for free. Okay, you don't even need the initial free trial to do this. Even if you're continuing to use your free trial and you just get 100 credits a month, you can do that with this. Now, what I'll show you is exactly how we're going to do this. So if we go into Clay, let's take a lead list that I've been working on. What you would actually do is you would import your CSV that you've just scraped from Apify using Apollo, and you would put this into here. What you can see is you'll have the company domain, the LinkedIn profile, the name, the email, all of these things that you actually need for these leads, and you just import them into Clay. You can see I'm even on a free trial on this account here to show you that you can actually do it completely for free. So I've got 50 leads in here. What I would want to do is actually use an enrichment, which is a first line personalizer. Okay, so you can see we can use all of these different tactics. We can use location, we can use the education, we can use job openings, we can use their job title, we can use LinkedIn posts, and you should have tons of this data in your Apollo search to actually use. So if you want to use like their education, or you want to use their previous like employment history, if you want to use the company's mission, it should have a description of this from the data that you've exported in Apollo. You can do that. For this example, just to show you what it looks like, I'm going to use the location to write the first line. So I'd pull in here and I would put the location of the company. I would just apply this template really, really simply. You might be thinking, oh, Harry, this looks like it costs 1 credit. I'm only going to be able to personalize 100 with 100 free credits a month. What you can actually do is pick your model, right? So all of these models honestly have very similar sorts of outputs for this type of personalization, which isn't super high level. So if you go for GPT 4.1 Nano, it's going to cost you 0.1 credits to personalize the first line. Okay, it's created the prompt for us. We don't have to do anything. You can see how hands off and how quick this is. And if I just save this and run for the first 10 rows, it's going to cost us 1 single credit. And you can see it will create personalized first lines just like this. This is actually a PS line. I've gone into another Clay table as for some reason that one wasn't responding. And I wanted to make sure this video gets wrapped up. So what you can see is, look, it says every time in Amsterdam I find myself wandering through Jordan's cozy coffee street, stopping at a cafe, my favorite little cafe in that area which I can't pronounce. So this isn't the craziest personalization in the world, as I mentioned, but it's just referencing the location where they're at and referencing something common, like a common cafe or a restaurant, just to add that little bit of personalization. Now you saw that costs 0.1 credits per row to use. So if you do it for 100 rows, that will cost you 10 credits. So 1,000 will cost you 100 credits, which is completely within the free plan. Once you have that data, then you can export this as a CSV file and upload that into SmartLead, right? So there's step 4. Once you actually have that personalization, you have everything you need there. Step 4 would be to upload this to SmartLead itself. Once you have the data within SmartLead, your SmartLead plan, I believe you can get started on a 14-day free trial as well if this is your first time doing outbound. But what you will need is email accounts and domains to do this. These, unfortunately, are not free. So your domains, if you buy these through SmartLead, I believe are going to cost you around $15 per domain. And your email accounts will cost you $2.5 per month per account. It's worth noting that $15 is just for the first month and it's not an ongoing cost. But your email accounts will cost you $2.5 per month. So in order to send 1,000 emails, that will probably work out to be about 35 per day if you divide 1,000 by 30. And what that means is we'll need about 2 accounts sending 20 emails per day. And that will cost us, $5 in email accounts. We'll only need 1 domain as we have 2 email accounts, which is $15. So $20 using a free Clay account, and $1.2 to scrape Apify using Apollo completely for free. So we're looking at a total cost of $21.20. And that's for the first month. Ongoing after that, it's going to cost you under $10 to run this monthly, reaching out to 1,000 leads, completely personalized. So hopefully that's video giving you some insight on how you can actually do things the most cost effectively way possible, while still having AI personalization and creating good copy for your outreach campaigns. If you're interested in how to sign more clients with outreach, I have a completely free school community. Link is in the description. And I actually have a daily updates channel where I'm answering your guys' questions every single day with everything related to outreach. So if that interests you, make sure to join. I've got affiliate links in the description of all of the different softwares mentioned in this video and how you can get them for free also. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Thank you.